with in the middle of Times Square. Writer, producer, director Judd Apatow. He's behind blockbusters like Bridesmaids and Superbad. Well, he has a new book out now, and it's called Sick in the Head, Conversations About Life and Comedy, and it's full of conversations with some of the funniest people on the planet. Judd, thanks for being with us this morning.
It's great to be here with the Judd Apatow fan club.
You. So
they're all for me.
Are you sick in the head?
You know, I think I am. I think I haven't gotten healthier. I wish that all the self-help books worked, but they're not working.
So this book, conversations, interviews with some of the comedic geniuses of our time, except for Will Ferrell?
Exactly. Will Ferrell didn't make it in the book.
Why?
Well, I did most of the interviews when I was 15 in 1983. I was a comedy nerd, and I hunted down all the comedians from my high school radio station, and I interviewed Jerry Seinfeld and Jay Leno and Howard Stern, and then I did a whole bunch of new ones for the book. Didn't get to Will Ferrell, so if you buy it, there'll be a sequel. Are you guys all going to buy the book?
Of
clearly,
course, of course.
Right?
Because some of these interviews, as you said, you did when you were 15 years old,
yes.
And you recorded them. So you had all the transcripts of them. Why did you set out at 15 to start, and how did you score these interviews with these players?
Well, I would lie to them. I would say I worked for a radio station. I never said it was a high school radio station. And then I would show up with this giant tape recorder from the AV squad, and they would be like, oh no, I'm talking to a child. But they couldn't back out. It was too late.
What did you learn from them?
Well, I learned that it takes a long time to be funny. Yeah. I mean, everyone kept saying it takes like 10 years to even begin to know yourself and find your voice, and that was very helpful.
So it takes 10 years. What happens during that decade when you're trying to be funny?
You're just so not funny for like 10 years, and then slowly, if you work hard and you don't quit, because most people quit, you get funny.
So, someone who's very funny in your life, wife Leslie Mann,
That's
and
true.
Your conversation with her is in this book as well. And I want to know, what's it like to constantly see Paul Rudd be your wife's husband?
It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. I keep saying, why am I writing sex scenes for Paul Rudd and my wife? I should actually omit them from the script, but I don't mind it because I know they don't enjoy it. So in a way, it's like torturing people by forcing them to make out.
Now, in Knocked Up, Leslie, of course, in that, this was inspired by your daughter's birth?
Well, my daughter, it's mainly made up. I mean, most of it is made up of those things that happen. But yes, when my daughter was born, my doctor just left town, and we had to find a doctor to show up. Yes, we had to find a doctor to show up, and he was annoyed with us because it was late at night, and he was very annoyed.
One of my favorite conversations in here is with Amy Schumer, and of course she is starring in your latest film, Trainwreck. Can't wait for that. But you say when you heard her, you knew you had to make a movie with her. Why?
I was just listening to the Howard Stern show, and she was so funny, telling all these stories about her life and her relationships. I thought, I wish there was an Amy Schumer movie, and then I realized, oh, this isn't going to happen unless I make it. So she wrote an incredible movie, and she's brilliant in it.
And LeBron James is in it. Is he funny? We know he's good on the court. Is he funny?
You know, I have to say, he's so funny, it's irritating. I mean, I'm supposed to be the funny one and a bad athlete. He's supposed to be an athlete and unfunny, you know.
Well, this is a funny book, Sick in the Head. Judd Apatow, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, fan club.
Sick in the Head, Conversations About Life and Comedy is out now.
Money goes to charity.
Yeah, and the money goes to charity for literacy programs.
I should have kept it.
I know, you made a lot of money, well, for literacy programs.